zoning ordinance of the town of Rush and sections 267 of the town law. I'm going to move over so that I'm not echoing. A meeting will be held by the zoning board of appeals at the town of Rush at the Rush Town Hall, 5977 East Henrietta Road, Rush, New York, via Zoom on October 8th, 2020 at 7 p.m. with respect to the following applications and any other business that may come before the board. Application 2020-9C by Charlie and Patricia Hunt, 20 Delia Trail, Rush, New York, 14543, proposing an A-frame garage/shed approximately 12 feet by 24 feet in a backyard. The shed needs to be placed approximately 13 feet from the lot line from neighbor. Due to the location of the leach fields, placement is not within the 25-foot setback. The property is zoned residential R30. Application 2020-10Z by Alan and Amy Smith of 6666 Rush Lime Road, Honeoye Falls, New York, 14472, requesting a setback variance of 100 feet from the road center line. The current town code is 110 feet. The property is zoned residential R30.
Thank you. I make a motion to approve the minutes of August 27th, 2020.
Second.
Member Anderson,
Aye.
Member Frew,
Aye.
Deputy Chair Flass,
Aye.
Chair Hetrick.
Aye. And with that, we'll move on to the applications of 2020-09Z from Charlie and Patricia Hunt. That's 20 Delia Trail for the setback. Get a volunteer to take a look at this application.
I can't, there are no glasses tonight.
Oh.
In the truck.
No, will you, you want to go and look at Delia Trail with me?
Sure will.
We'll look it over.
Yep.
And the other one I have is for Hunt, and that's for, or Smith. That's for 6666 Rush Lima Road, Honeoye Falls, and that's for a variant setback for a front porch. Rich,
I will volunteer for that.
Rich and I will take care of that. And if there's no other business at that time, I make a motion to close the meeting.
Member Anderson,
Aye.
Member Frew,
Aye.
Deputy Chair Flass.
Aye.
Chair Hetrick.
Aye. Thank you for all coming.
It's really over?
It's over.
That's a record.
Yeah.
I think you might have set a record. I don't know that I've been to one this fast in 10 years.
Hey, John, I have a question for you though.
Yes.
We've all kind of looked at these applications already and stuff, and they're pretty straightforward. I didn't write up resolutions because it was going to be a workshop. Could I have, because it was a public hearing, but they weren't here, even though they were notified, could we have expedited it and either approve or disapproved them?
Once you've opened and closed the public hearing, the board can act on an application before it. I mean, as a matter of practice, typically my recommendation that, and the board has followed this, is to have something written. Certainly if the board can provide and come armed with something in writing pending completion of the process, understanding obviously that things may change, that something from the public hearing may necessitate revisions. But you can act. There's nothing legally prohibiting that after the public hearing is closed.
Right, because we were just going to use this for a workshop, but since it's dragged on for a couple of months, everybody drives by, you know, and we know where these places are and what they are. And we weren't quite sure if we could just expedite it tonight or not, but we'll wait till November and then I'll have everything written up.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I'm Alan Smith. I'm the 6666 Rush Lima Road.
Yes.
So what is the process now? Because we are, given that the winter is coming quickly,
Right,
we're actually kind of anxious to get this moving along.
right. What it'll be is a couple of us will come out and look at it and then we'll rule on it meeting in November. Because this was actually just scheduled for a workshop.
Oh, okay. I got the letter and I thought, I was under the understanding that this would be, a decision meeting.
Right. No, somebody
Or
will come
holding.
out, we'll come out, yeah, no, we'll come out and look at it and we'll make a ruling on it the first of the month. Sorry for the confusion.
Is there
Okay.
any way it can be done sooner? This is Pat Hunt.
Who is this?
Patricia Hunt.
Tricia Hunt.
No. No, somebody will come out and look at it. This is Delia Trail. Yeah, we'll come out and look at it and we'll make a ruling on it in the first of the month.
Oh, boy. We really needed it done sooner as well.
Right.
'Cause I think we applied for it months ago.
Right. When did you actually apply for this? When did she actually apply for this?
I don't have the date right in front of me, Lee.
No, that's okay. I'm asking,
August 28th.
Yeah,
August 28th, so it'd have been on the September one. Why did
No,
we
it would have
get-
missed, no, it would have missed the September because,
it'd have missed
because the
the
zoning board
September.
meets,
Right, it had missed
The first of the week.
September, and it's on the October one, yep. And generally, as a rule, when it pops up and if the first meeting ends up being a workshop, we assign it, and then we make a ruling at the next meeting.
Hmm.
Sorry about that.
I thought, this is Charlie Hunt.
go ahead, Charlie.
I thought that if you had nobody opposing, none of the neighbors opposing, that it was more or less like a done deal.
No, I don't know why that would be. A lot of times we rule one way or the other, and we either have support or don't have support from the neighbors. It's good if the neighbors don't oppose to things.
Yeah, we had them write letters to state that they were okay with it.
Did you ever receive any letters from Hunt,
Letters,
from the neighbors or anything?
no, I've received none.
Oh, we've never received any.
Charlie, didn't you drop it off with the application? I believe he brought it up to the town, the letter.
Oh, yeah, from our next door neighbor.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, he did. He brought it to the town hall.
It was attached to the paperwork.
Oh, it was attached to the application.
Oh, okay, yes, all right, I'm sorry. It was attached to the application.
Because we thought we'd have an answer tonight. We have the Amish ready to schedule coming out with it next week. It's just
Right.
a shed.
Right, yeah, like I said, normally the procedure, you would have missed it, so this would have been the workshop in October, and then the ruling would have been in November.
What's the ETA in November?
it's the first, I believe it's the first Thursday of the month. Is that correct?
I don't have a calendar in front of me.
It would be
November 12th.
November 5th.
the 12th, the
The
second.
12th.
Yeah, November 12th.
Then the snow will be flying and, oh my God.
And then it could probably be another month before we find out anything?
Pardon me?
Would it be another month before we find out anything?
No, it'll be the first Thursday in November, correct? Yes,
Is it the 5th or the 12th? I don't know. What day is it?
It's the
Wait.
12th.
it's the 12th.
The second Thursday.
Way too late.
Wait a minute. No, the first Thursday is
No,
November
it's the second.
It's the second Thursday.
Thursday, the 12th.
It's November 12th.
Thursday.
I misspoke.
You, at that meeting, you can say yes or no right there?
Yes, right there. You'll be at right the top of the list.
I can't see why there would be a reason no. I mean,
It's a shed. It's a shed.
I tell you, sometimes I get sick and tired with this town stuff.
The town zoning board needs to go through its process, and part of that process, even though it is a shed, is balancing various statutory criteria. There's 5 things that they have to balance and look at in terms of deciding whether or not to grant a variance. So there is some work that goes into it for the board. In addition to reviewing and going out to the property, they need to do that in order to make those findings. And typically, the town's process is a 60 or so day turnaround, depending on when you apply, because there's notice requirements and things that go into complying with the state laws that this board needs to comply with. So I appreciate that it takes a little bit of time, but that's because there's some legal hoops that the board has to jump through in order to comply. So based on when you applied, that's what they usually hold 2 meetings in order to make determinations.
Well, I don't believe the Amish are gonna be willing to wait that long, and we got $4,500 invested in this shed. It's also holding up a guy that's gonna be doing some work in our yard, in our backyard. And it's gonna hold him up because he's counting on coming here the first week in November.
Well, as the chair indicated, the next meeting is the second Thursday in November, and based on when you applied, that's the time that it takes for the town to process this information.
There's a point too. If the Amish aren't willing to give us our money back, I'm gonna be up to the town hall with a bill with $4,500. And a lawyer.
Well, the town's not the town is not responsible for those costs. The town, if you have to apply for a variance, there's a process that needs to be followed, and based on when you applied, that's how the town needs to process it.
There's no other way that they can move anything up if you've got something like this going on. It's what etched in I don't know. I tell you what.
It's up to the town. It's up to this board in terms of how it's scheduled its meetings. I don't have authority over this board to determine how it schedules its meetings.
Well, we've been here for 20 some odd years.
And we got our letter that said it would be decided on October 8th.
Well, I think you people can count on me coming up probably tomorrow or Monday to the town,
So,
the lawyer.
so October 8th today was for what reason then? Why did we meet today if it's going to be another month?
Do you want to answer that, Chairman
What
Hendrick?
was
Or
that?
you?
I'm sorry. What was that?
I just wondered what the meeting for us to be here and attend on October 8th was for.
That's a workshop. We take a look at your application. One of the things is when can we come and look at the site? Things of that nature, like John said too, we have to follow the law. There is the Monroe County Planning to respond and other boards to respond to this application. Fire Department, there's Monroe County Planning, the Fire, the Conservation Board. You're a type 2 seeker, so that's not in play. And that's why it takes the 60 days.
Okay,
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Somebody will be contacting you, probably first part of next week, and we'll stop by and take a look at the site.
okay,
And I have your number and stuff.
okay.
Well, there's no.
Okay, thank you.
Because I've already got a gravel pad down at the site, so it's pretty easy to see where it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Either that's gonna be a nice swing set base.
yeah. So if we were both at work or whatever, you can still just come look.
No, that's fine, but we'll get a hold of you and I'll make sure, we'll make arrangements to meet with you, okay?
All right, Lee,
Thank you. You have a good night.
you too.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about we'd make a decision tonight, so.
It's
Okay,
the,
thank
I would assume that's the town's standard public notice letter. Is that right, Shelley?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Thank you.
based on the notice of the health advisory, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so it doesn't say anything about a decision tonight. And I know quite often, unless there's some special deal in the time that we can get the county to respond and everybody else, usually it's a workshop, then we make a decision on the following month and we have that 60 days, correct?
That's how the board has historically done it for
Right.
numerous years.
Yep. Okay, with that, thank you. Everybody have a good night.
Have a good night.